Look, y'all. So I'm live. I'm about to say a couple things, right? And depending on what I say, I'm trying to go without any restrictions or any like weird arguments or like debates about anything, right? But anybody life right now, life and for them, raise your hand, even though I can't see you. Hey, life is life, right? So look, I'm in a new path of life right now, right? And life is very different right now. It took a very sharp turn for me. Let me explain. So I have a new living arrangement, right? I'm trying to get used to it. I'm living off of a program basically. I explained the program to somebody else, and they're basically living off the same program, but like it doesn't meet type thing. So I was talking about like the financial things about people starting like jobs and going to the job field that they say they want to be in, and then they realize once they get into that job field, it's not no longer a thing. You know what I mean? New elements hit. So then there was stuff about a business, right? Businesses and um, management type things, like time management, consumption stuff, minimizing certain things. So the person was talking about starting off fresh, starting like square one, their own business, talking about the elements that hit that make you want to do it. Um, just certain stuff happening. Like, you know what I mean? You not want to work for people for the rest of your life, or you want to spend more time at home or accomplish things that you want to do, like personal goals wise. Not bucket list stuff, but just personal goals, like stuff you want to achieve before your journey's over type stuff, right? So then the person starts showing them like eating, spending time with their family, working out, and they're talking about that time is passive. They should feel that money is being generated, right? So then they got to talking about it, and they were like basically while they're doing all these things, like the working out, eating, spending time with their family, driving the cars, or whatever they was talking about, they're expressing the stress about it. Like, um, basically the the daily life type shit. The reason why they're being drawn into it, right? And now they're talking about you need the money, you want to quit your corporate job or not work for a corporate place or being a number. You know what I mean? They're talking about not being a number basically, not having to worry about if your money's calculated or if you got the will to go out there and get it. But when they had said something about the will to go out there and get it, they're talking about the will to go out there and get your own money versus going out there being strong enough to work for somebody else, generating money for that person, and then seeking a percentage from that. Now that's where my brain started to smoke because I was like, so what you saying is instead of working in a building for somebody else, go into the market where I want to work for myself, but then I work for somebody else, or just going to where I'm just at home, hoping that things are calculated and they go how they supposed to go. I didn't really like the whole thing with it, so I skipped past that shit, went to the next person shit. Next person was talking about how they do like management, social management, financial stuff, trading. They're talking about starting your own business, trading, managing other people's stuff, managing whatever, doing this, looking at books, keeping books, and all this other, just a whole bunch of unnecessary adulting, right? So then, I went to a little tree that shows they links. I went, looked at their links. They was talking about how the classes for a month cost like $400 and some. Looked at that, I was like, no. Then they went and was like Something else was like $200, and there's like a phone call to them to get information was $99. I'm like, my phone bill be $200 half the time, so I'm not about to pay you $99 on top of my $200 phone bill just for you to tell me some stuff that I already know. Like basically, I should be doing footwork. I should be trying to do research. I should be trying to save the little money that I got, doing low consumption or just minimum, bare minimum living. You know what I mean? Just to seek a saved dollar. Then when they were talking about seeking to save dollar, the stress kicked in. Like, all right, so what resources I have to live off? Do I have the gas money? Do I have something I can make money from? Do I have already passive income? Do I have, you know what I mean? Like I said, the gas is my bills already paid. All this started to kick in at the same time, right? So then I was like, okay, yeah. Now I'm at the point maybe I should do bare minimum living, cut out like all the hanging out with certain people for the mental aspect, just to gather myself, not to be easily distracted. Um, Somewhat disconnect for a little bit and see how you feel after you disconnect or when you come back, type thing. Man, I learned today when you get out and you go just to seek the low dollar, just to put into the investments for yourself. You have to realize the stress that comes with you trying to seek that dollar to put into your investments. You go through the whole like interactions where people that you work with, your family, friends, or peers, whatever, friends or peers, slash, we're gonna put a slash between those two. Some of them people might be your peers, some of them might be your friends. Some of y'all just on that level where y'all gather up, y'all talk about something, y'all go back to where it is. Now, when you sitting here just saying this to your peers and you express yourself about what you're going through personally, you gotta realize that them people, your friends, your peers, they're your peers, and you just expressing yourself about stuff. You gotta be careful with that. So then I had to think about stuff like that. When you express stuff to peers, you shouldn't do that because your peers are people that are somewhat people that are alongside of you, that somewhat competing with you. There's onlookers, people that probably got some power to whatever you're doing at that time. So you get to looking at things like that. You gotta go past that. You gotta sit there and wonder about now the calculated shit that you sitting here saying that you want to be a part of or not even part of, that you just know that everything's there and it's, you know what I mean, it's there. You can already nicked it to each thing. Like, hey, this is for this, and this is what I'm doing for this. And then you get the will dollar. The will dollar don't feel good right now. And that's why I'm really doing this live. The will dollar ain't. You come back from that will dollar and it's stressful because you come home, you look at what's going on at home, whatever might be still existing, or it might just be dormant, whatever. So whatever that is, you go into that and then you try to go seek like, I guess, like information throughout stuff, your research. You sit there, you try to entertain your mind, stabilize yourself, settle. Now I ain't saying settle, but you try to wind down to where you can regenerate for the next day until that check hits. Did I mention that I don't like adulting for real? Like, man, but it is what it is, though. So next thing is this. On top of that, the passive situation with it, being passive. There is no right or wrong way to be passive. Being passive is being civil, being cordial, right? I mean, people have problems being cordial or civil or friendly. What's too friendly, civil, or whatever? What word do you use for civil? Because I know other people use other words than civil. But that's another factor on you being passive to generate a dollar. I don't know.
What's the other word you use? You use civil, passive, and what's the other one?
Cordial.
Cordial.
I realize I'm not a passive person. That's my biggest problem. Even with like social media, like people post on like social media, like they shorts or like blogs and stuff like that. It's to the point I can't post shorts because the stuff that I be going through, nobody really wants to pick up a phone for a short. Like the short is just like short lived, or it's long lived for some people because a lot of people they don't give a fuck what they do on social media. So that's where a lot of motherfuckers get their money from. Even though the terms of it is like, yeah, you're gonna have limited ads, you gonna be living off that, hoping that you become viral or something for something that probably ain't all that good. And then, there's limitations. You gotta go into like marketing, hope that you can either turn whatever into a brand, hoping it's marketable to other people or yourself.
I forgot to do with them off.
Why?
How do you spell cordial?
With a C, right?
Yeah.
Why you say
You
that?
you would think it's like Corgel. It's not. There ain't even a G. We're saying it wrong. They know just it's not cordial. It's cordial. Like Cordial.
What is a?
Basically kind of like same thing as the other two words.
Yeah.
The cordial is politely warm and friendly, showing or marked by warm and often hearty friendliness, favor, or approval. Pleasant or friendly.
I can't be that. I can't be that person. But that's what
You
I'm
ain't
on.
cordial. The only time you're civil, cordial, or the other word is like when you're around people you don't know, or like at a job or something.
I can't do that. I can't do that shit
Because
on
they
drive.
basically all mean the same thing. Civil is courteous and polite, and passive, accepting and allowing what happens or what others do without active response or resistance.
But yeah, even the conversation, I gotta get up out of here because now it's starting to spike me out.